April 17th, 2025, a conditional tornado outbreak would form across parts of eastern Nebraska into western Iowa, stunning chasers and the public alike. As the forecast that day was supposed to be high base, elevated hailers, quickly turned into a significant tornado threat. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the joys of what it's like to be surprised in a low-end tornado risk.
This thing's picking up a ton of dust. It's hard to tell if there's a tornado in there. We have a massive lowering. Holy.
To try to get ahead of the storm, we found ourselves on I-680 in Omaha. We needed to cross the Missouri River. Well, all of a sudden, while we were on 680, we look at our rearview mirror, and we see a cone stovepipe descending to the ground. We're like, huh? Immediately pull over on I-680, bust out our camera, because I immediately saw the cone and I went, no way, there is a tour on the ground. A day prior, everyone was like, oh, there's not going to be a tour. There's not going to be a tour. And I was like, I don't know. I think there's a narrow window you can get a tour. Well, yeah, that narrow window was happening right now. In that exact moment, I was so excited in that moment to be able to look dead face at a tour from only a couple miles away, because the last tour I saw prior to April 17th was at the end of June of 2024. I've had several chases since then, but Iowa wasn't really active in the fall, and typically Iowa doesn't start getting active until April due to how north the state is. So yeah, I was excited. So excited that I forgot that I turned off my camera's ability to capture audio. So the video did not record the inflow or my reaction to seeing the tornado, unfortunately. Oops! Right at this point, you can start seeing the tornado start to become obscure. This is because it was hitting several newly built homes on the western suburbs of Omaha, near Bennington, Nebraska. It was picking up so much debris from these homes it was hitting, including one that was decently destroyed. It wasn't super well built. It received a low-end EF3 rating. Several chasers lined their cars up along I-680 and I-29, just watching the stovepipe kind of meander its way through the Omaha suburbs.
This thing just produced a tornado by Bennington, Nebraska. Look at that thing. Woo! Woo!
All right,
we're getting some hail.
Fine.
Yeah, doesn't seem too bad. I've been in worse. RFD driven hail. See how big these stones are getting.
Just 1 to 2 miles north of us, several chasers reported baseball-sized hail shattering windows throughout their vehicles.
RFD.
like it's definitely gonna try cycling again. Yeah, this hail's not big at all.
No, so what it's gonna have us do is we're gonna turn around in 3 miles and then we're gonna go back
Okay.
to Omaha. So we don't have
That
to
works.
cut through the storm.
That works. My glasses are getting worn on. Let's also be filming this. It's hailing and there's a rainbow. What is going on? What? This is insane.
Looks like ping pongs.
Yeah. Big hail produced here. Just to the northeast of Omaha, Nebraska. Big hail on the ground here. Big hail. Some of those seem bigger than ping pongs. Some of them look like they're nearing 2 inches in diameter. Maybe. Wow, lots of hail. This storm that currently has about 75 dBz on it too.
Dynamic pipe.
There's a funnel there too. There's hail back in there. What is happening? There's just people everywhere. There's hail everywhere. What
What the fuck is going on, dude?
what is happening? I'm baffled. There's a rainbow over there.
This might be one of the more impressive storms I've ever seen.
75 dBz. No, it's a double rainbow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, at this point, I think we need to go south and then cut east, because we're not cutting through this hail core. After seeing how much hail, look at some of those stones produced. Oh my! I'm gonna go out and get some of these stones. This is crazy. What is it? We just saw 2 tornadoes produced from this supercell. Oh, crazy.
My God!
Whoa! This is huge!
Oh my God!
What in the?
Holy!
Look at this one! This is like 2 inches! Woo! Look at that! Oh my God!
I gotta take a picture of this.
I hadn't seen hail that big since when I was chasing the supercell that produced the Silverton, Texas tornado that dropped the record-breaking Texas hailstone back on June 2nd. I was baffled.
Massive hail! I'm literally baffled on some
That's
of
kind
this.
of big. That's huge.
Yeah, this is stuff that will dent your car. Oh my God! See if I can find some big ones here. Whoa! Look at this one.
Yeah.
There's
this one too.
this is getting like 2.5.
Dude, look at this.
This is bigger than 2 inches right here. There's a rainbow. Look at that! Oh my God!
I stopped the video abruptly to take this photo. I was like, oh my gosh, hail and a rainbow, like, perfect shot, but can you blame me?
It's debris from one of the tornadoes falling with a double rainbow.
What is going on?
So there was just a funnel over there, a double rainbow, debris falling out of the sky, and a bunch of big hail. What is going on? This is one of the craziest stories I've ever seen. Oh my God! It's a nice lowering though. There's another chaser behind us. At least they don't have their brights on this time.
You know what I just noticed? So I'm going back and I'm editing this footage, right? This is really interesting. You see the time lapse here? You look in this little corner here. As the storm's going, the mesocyclone's starting to form and all that, right? Towards the end, you see a little bit of some spinny little dust getting spat up there, right? I'm like, huh. So I go back on my footage without it sped up to see if it's easier to see. This is probably a little bit slow, but seeing it here, see, oh, dust is getting picked up. Keep in mind the storm was tornado warned at the time. I'm like, okay. And then towards the end of the video, you see a little bit of a appendage dropping down. This was near Rogers, Nebraska, which is listed on the Storm Prediction Center as possible tornado. It never got surveyed. This was actually before I thought the possible tornado dropped, because what ended up happened was this wall cloud got really low. I could see there was circulation in here, like there was a little bit of circulation in here, but that's where I thought it dropped the tornado. There may have been actually a little bit of a spin up before it started picking up all that dust, now that I realize. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.